All right, let's just get right into it. We are living through the end of an era. I mean, a massive foundational era that has shaped pretty much everything for the last couple of decades. Our behavior, our economy, you name it. It's the end of the app.
I mean, just think about it. For 15 years, your entire life has been organized by these little squares. You want to get a ride, you tap a box. You're hungry, you tap another box. Every single thing you want to do has been funneled to these tiny little icons on a piece of glass. It's been the bedrock of the entire modern internet.
Well, that bedrock is starting to crumble. What we're seeing right now, just based on this flood of announcements from Apple, from Google, from Microsoft, this isn't just another product update. No way. This is a complete rewiring of how we interact with technology. The age of the app is officially over.
And is being replaced by this idea called invisible computing. So instead of you having to go to an app to get something done, we're entering a world where a smart AI just comes to you. So today, we are breaking down the silent death of the smartphone and the incredible rise of this new world.
Now, the engine behind all of this is something called agentic AI. And you got to understand, this is not just another chatbot. A chatbot, it answers a question. An AI agent gets a goal done. Think of it like this. A chatbot is a librarian. It finds the book for you. An AI agent is your entire personal research team that reads the book, writes the report, and schedules the follow-up meeting for you.
And here is where it gets really practical. Look at this. The old way of booking a flight, you've got at least 5 steps, right? 5 different moments of friction. The new way? It's 1 sentence. Your AI agent already knows your calendar, it has your credit card, it knows you like an aisle seat, it doesn't even need an app, it talks directly to the airline's own system. That is a quantum leap in just getting things done.
And let's be super clear, this is not some sci-fi movie. This is happening right now. We're already seeing these specialized agentic AIs out in the wild. Mistral has one that can plan and write entire software projects on its own. Microsoft has an agent that literally upgrades other AIs, and you've got startups like CoreOps using agents to manage ancient, clunky IT systems. So yeah, the digital workforce is here.
So let's talk about what happens next. Because this software revolution is causing a massive, massive change in hardware. I mean, if you don't need to tap on apps anymore, what's the point of the screen?
It really looks like 2026 is going to be the tipping point. Apple's next-gen M5 chip is basically confirmed to have these neural accelerators baked right in. That's a huge signal that they're getting ready for powerful AI to run directly on your device, not in the cloud. And at the exact same time, Google is reportedly launching its AI glasses. This moves the main interface from your hand to your face. Your smartphone is basically becoming a server that just lives in your pocket.
But it gets even wilder. This whole shift goes way beyond just glasses or things you wear. The same smarts that are powering these agents, they're now being put into physical bodies. AI isn't just escaping the screen, it's starting to escape the digital world entirely. We are seeing this explosion in what people are calling physical intelligence. I mean, just this month, Tesla showed its Optimus robot walking around outside untethered on real ground. DeepMind is literally building a lab where AI agents do physical chemistry experiments by themselves. And the money pouring in is just insane. A robotics startup, Skilled AI, is talking about a $14 billion valuation. The race is on to give AI hands and feet.
Now, whenever you have a change this big, this fast, you're gonna have a gold rush. And we are seeing that. But the speed of this change is also creating huge risks. It feels like the gold rush and the reckoning are happening at the exact same time.
The agent economy is already posting unbelievable numbers. You've got Broadcom, the chip maker, reporting a 74% jump in AI-related sales year over year. At Adobe, a full third, 1/3 of their recurring revenue is now tied directly to AI features. So this isn't some future trend. It is the main thing driving growth for the biggest companies in the world today.
And the scale of the investment is just mind-boggling. To power this new wave of agents, Microsoft just dropped $23 billion to build out its data centers. And that's just in India and Canada alone. That is the kind of money that says there is no going back.
But this incredible speed is creating some deep cracks in the foundation. We're hearing that places like OpenAI are running on an internal code red to just push new models out the door. So when you move that fast, what are you leaving behind? What's the actual cost of all this speed, and who's going to pay for it?
Well, this quote comes from research done by Anthropic on their own engineers. They're finding that as their best-in-the-world coders use these AI tools more and more, they risk a long-term atrophy of deep technical skills. They actually call it a form of moral de-skilling, and it's happening inside the very companies that are building this stuff.
The security risks are also going through the roof. Cybersecurity firms just confirmed that this critical vulnerability, called React 2 shell, is being actively used by hackers right now. It basically lets attackers remotely take control of AI web apps. They're calling it a watershed security event. The infrastructure for this new era is being built on some pretty shaky ground.
And maybe the most disturbing part is seeing this gap between the promise and the reality. The promise of AI for mental health is incredible, right? Accessible 24/7 support for everyone. But a recent Stanford study found that some of the most popular therapy bots out there, they actually stigmatize serious conditions and they totally fail basic safety tests. In one just horrible case, a bot couldn't tell a user was in crisis and actually suggested ways for them to self-harm.
So where does that leave all of us? The friction of the app is vanishing, the screen is fading away. And whether we're ready for it or not, the invisible era of computing, it's already here.
So we've really tracked 3 huge transitions here today. We're going from the App Store economy to what you could call the agentic economy. We're shifting from the smartphone as our main interface to wearables and actual physical AI. And maybe the biggest shift of all, we're going from a war for your attention with ads to a war between the AI agents trying to serve you.
And that really leads to the final question, doesn't it? We are absolutely gaining a world with less friction, way more convenience, and tools that are more powerful than anything we've ever had. But are we really ready for what we might lose along the way? Are we losing skills, security, and maybe even the kind of friction that makes us human? One thing's for sure, the screen era is closing. The invisible era has begun.